If you're like me and you've ever tried making videos online, chances are you've shifted between varying forms of content and tried to find out what hits the mark. It certainly describes my case. I went from making gaming videos to vlogs to animations and now cooking content. But what happens when we become good at something we no longer love to do? This was the dilemma that I faced as an animator. My name's Sahil, or Sahil, but if that's too hard to pronounce, you can call me Sunny. Let's make some soup. One, chasing the promised land. Whenever I made content, I always seemed to chase this idea of paradise that I had in my sights. When I used to make vlogs, I would look towards the likes of someone like DashieXP, who would be able to create so much fun out of just making content. When I would create my animations both on and off stream, I would look outward with envy at the likes of Wolfie Chu or Jaden Animations. However, it's imperative to understand that content comes with a lifestyle. As an animator, for example, I was reduced to a sedentary lifestyle, spending full days working on animated projects. It was my living hell, and I kept justifying it by gaslighting myself to just trust the process as my dream, which I must realize. The luxury of admiring an end product never justified the endless amount of hours spent slaving away in front of a computer to get to that product. I could never love the process. If hard work is mandatory to reach the promised land, and hard work involves suffering, then the most important question to answer is, what type of suffering do I want in my life? This is the question Mark Manson poses in his book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F***. What type of pain and hardship is involved with my work, and can I accept it unconditionally? This is the first question we ask before we pivot directions. 2. It's anything but laziness. Now, when I look back on the videos that I've made in the past, I realize that I haven't made that many. Now, sometimes I'll jump the gun and claim that I was just straight up slacking, but truth be told, I was allowing other things in my life to take top priority. For example, during my Twitch streaming, I found myself spending more time in the gym than I did actually on stream producing animations. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but the fact is, I didn't love this craft enough to forego everything else that was optional. I realized that I shouldn't be so quick to delude my lack of passion as laziness. Sometimes we have to take a step back to figure out what it is we truly want. 3. Success potential. Consistency is everything, but there is no chance in hell I would consistently be able to upload animation projects every week unless I sacrifice my mental health, which is a trade I refuse to make. I'm not built like Teleporte, who can upload an animation every single day without consequence. I seriously don't know how he does it. However, I will say my animations were my best performing videos, and rightfully so. These projects take hundreds of hours and every ounce of energy for me to realize. But when I decided I would pivot content direction, I realized I would run into another risk. The chance that an animation would blow up and a whole new audience of people would arrive to my channel expecting more of this type of content that I hate to create. That danger exists no matter what path you pursue in life, because you may grow to hate your job only after you've invested time and energy to become incredibly skilled at it. For those of us who have no clear direction in life, this is a challenging bind that we must face, and one that poses the most resistance. Is it really worth it to switch paths? Conclusion: a new philosophy. So, this is my new advance. Food for thought. Some cooking with a serving of practical philosophy. I can't just sit around and dwell on the probability of another failure. I have to take a shot at something and believe in my shit. This is me taking the finest qualities from my Twitch live streaming, with my vocals worth hearing and my philosophy worth sharing. All that's left now is to try.